Welcome back to another exciting episode of Young Farmer. My name is Tashlin Lowe. Today we have an inspiring guest whose journey is a true testament to determination and community impact. Joining us is Edward Nkosi from Kwamhlanga, a 23-year-old farmer and founder of Edward Farming Project. Edward's journey into farming began from attending agricultural workshops hosted by his municipality. Inspired by young farmers who were making a difference, he realized that agriculture wasn't just about growing crops, it's about creating opportunities and uplifting communities. With that motivation, Edward returned to his village and saw potential in his father's unused cooperative land. Despite the challenges, he refused to give up. What started with just 5 hectares has now grown into an impressive 80-hectare farm where he cultivates spinach and tomatoes. So not only has he built a market for his produce, but he's also committed to giving back by donating fresh spinach weekly to Mgibe Primary School to support local children. Edward's story is one of hard work, passion, and resilience. So in today's episode, we'll dive into his journey, the challenges he's faced, and his dream for the future of Edward Farming Project. Edward, welcome to the Young Farmer Podcast.
You.
So Edward, your journey into farming is truly inspirational. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what was your defining moment when you knew that agriculture was your calling? What was that like?
Okay, let me start by introducing myself. I'm Edward Sphiwe Nkosi, coming from Kwamhlanga in Profitability under Thembisile Municipality in Mpumalanga province. I'm 23 years old. So I started my farm. It was 2022 when, before I complete my matric, I used to plant at school when some learners going to bond at the break time, and I was supposed to go and check my crops. And then from there, I completed my matric. After completed my matric, I went to other school as a volunteering teacher. It's whereby I started to follow those workshops of agriculture and also follow some people like Sihle Masego on Facebook, on all social media platform. And then I started to become inspired by them. And then from there, I went to make a research. Since before COVID, my father and some of fathers from our community, they have made a cooperative. So apparently before COVID, and then the moment the COVID start, and then that cooperative delay, and then they were already registered their land, and also the government, they just came to make the borehole and give them a JoJo and the generator. So it's where I have I have realized, no man, I can do this since ever I have a water and the land, since they don't use it. Because if we remember that in South Africa we lack of water, but then I've ngithole amandla whereby mangibona i-government ibaborele, and then I started to do my farm.
So starting a farm at such a young age, and also just an entrepreneur at such a young age, is no easy task. So what were some of the challenges that you did face, and how did you actually overcome them?
We have a lot of challenges as we face as a farmer. The first challenge is it's a marketing. Siya failure when it comes to marketing, but then I also understand why si failure as in marketing. I myself, njengoba ngicala, angeke ngathoma ngayo supplier intolo eziphezulu ngingaka supply abantu bekhaya. So kumele ngithome ngokusupplya abantu bekhaya ukuze ngifike kulelo zinga lokuthi ngasupplya intolo eziphezulu. Another challenges esiwafacako siyayibelwa, and it's so painful leyo, because you trying to uletha umsebenzi on your community, end of the day obalethela umsebenzi bakutshontshele kodwa lokho azange kungehlise ngizitshelile ukuthi I will stand here and I will continue.
That takes a lot of resilience. I have to say, admirable for that. But what type of farming are you into?
Okay, I'm in crops. Ngiyatshala in crops and livestock. Livestock ngithome nje sengiyenda because of there's another cooperative ekhona, hence leader abantu abadala. So now ngize njengomuntu omusha to help them, and then nobaba wami unenkomo nembuzi, so ngifunda kibo bafunda kimi.
So what are the different types of vegetables that you do farm?
Okwamanje we planted a spinach, tomato and a beetroot.
So Edward, you initially started your farming project on 5 hectares and you managed to expand that to 80 hectares, which is admirable. So what helped you and what strategies did you implement to help you achieve this massive growth?
What I can tell you is that the moment you work and then ubona nabantu osebenza nabo bakupha the energy you oyidingayo, kulula ukuthi unga-expanda, cause even though ngi-expanded to 80 hectares isesencane cause indawo engisebenzela kiyo inkulu. So ngiko ngisuke from 5 hectares to 80 hectares so that ku 5 hectares bengakhoni ukuchasha abantu abaningi. And then now since I'm in 80 hectares, I'm willing to give some people part-time working and others ngibathathe basebenzele i-Edward farming project like malanga wonke.
So on these 80 hectares that you do have you managed to fill all your crops?
Yes, but then we just share, like there's a space of tomato and then the space of beetroot and the space of spinach.
So who are you providing these produce to?
I'm going to supply some of funeral pole, of which they are offer the catering, where bahlala bangcwaba each and every weekend. This is a supplier bona, and this is supply nalabantu abathengisa endleleni nentolo eziseduze nathi.
This farm is really just working for the community, and I absolutely love that. So you did mention that your father's cooperation land was no longer in use and you saw an opportunity. How did your family help you through their support in your farming journey?
Hence, I've mentioned that that land, it was not only for my father, but it was a cooperative. So the support I just got from my family, ngikhuluma ngobaba wami nomamami, encourage each and every day, ukungipha amandla ukuthi you can do this, because sometimes ufila ngathi ay man lento is for older people. Only found out ukuthi no, even you as I am young, I can do this, because like I believe ukuthi if bona bebanginikeza maybe some money to do i-farming yami, bengizolala phezu kwabo always demanding a money from there kubo. So mina ebengikufuna kibo ukuthi bangisupporte by encourage, like babe nami each and every day.
So can you tell us a little bit more about Edward Farming Project, your initiative and your mission?
Currently Edward Farming Project, when Nitoma, yes, I was inspired by some people. At the same time, nicheke the community engihlala kiyo, and also like a lack of umsebenzi. So i-vision Edward Farming Project, not for only youth, but then to everyone or around my community ukuthi kube na something akuthola ukusabeke iplate etafuleni.
So one of the most inspiring aspects of your story is the continuous help of giving back to your community. You do donate spinach to Mkibe Primary School. So what is the importance to you of continuing the upliftment of your community through giving back?
Usually ukuthi ngicabanga ukuthi ngingasupplya isikolo lesa ngespinach into ebuya enhlizweni yami shukuthi I believe ukuthi the moment I give and then kubuya sekukuningi towards me because ingendlela engifundise ngako, so I choose ngikhethe imgibe hence kwisikolo esi surrounded our community ukuthi sisupply ngespinach. Not only spinach, we used to do ama donation like si support amantombazana like sibanikeza whatever sibanikeza kona and then nezinye inkolo, but then okwamanje sizobhekana nesikolo imgibe sizosupporta or sizosupplya ngespinach for free.
So inspirational, Edward, I must say. So your mission with Edward Farming Project is to create job opportunities and equip young people in your community with farming skills. How many people are you working with in your farm, and how do you equip young people to actually farm and with the skills that they need?
Now ngibereka nabantu abayi-4, of which is a 3 boy and a 1 girl. Also ngizokwenza ama part-time job since sizothoma ukuharvesta. Ngidemande more than 15 yabantu abazosihelebha ekuharvesting intshalo esinazo. And then ku community yethu nginokuhosta some program training to train some youth how to grow or how to plant, so that nabo nabafike emakhaya bakwenze lokho, because I believe bangakwenza, hence ngibafundisile.
So what has been your biggest achievements and milestones in your farming journey so far?
My biggest achievement ukubona the government or our municipality came to visit my farm and also supplying me like fertilizer.
So we know the world of farming is consistently evolving with new technologies and techniques. So are there any innovations or farming methods you've recently adopted or are excited to explore in the future?
Yes, because now I'm using sparkling for ukuthelelela intshalo zami. So now the moment ni check on my platforms of social media, ngibone the way ngithelelela ngakhona ngiuser amanzi amaningi than ukusebenzisa. There's this thing abayibiza ukuthi it's a drip irrigation, of which basebenzisa ama-pipe to ukuthelelela, so iba easier, futhi iba less for bona if user maybe some generators to ukupompa amanzi. So the moment usebenzisa ama-sparkling, like amanzi aphuma ngobuningi. So yinto engifuna ukuthi after this term masiqeda ukuharvesta, the second term I'm going to adopt that integration system ukuze ngikhona ukuthelelela so that I can save.
We love the forward thinking. So how do you stay informed about the latest trends and best practices in farming?
Usually I used to follow some page like your page since well. I've started to follow and then ngibona some of like ama-farmers, the way bapusha ngakhona kuma-farm wabo, the way they work ngakhona. So ngisebenzisa my platform, social media platform.
Edward, that honestly means so much just to us, because the platform is creating a space where you can learn and also just expand your business. So that makes me happy. So balancing a farming, business and personal life can be very tough and very tricky. So how do you stay motivated and keep your passion alive even in the difficult days?
So kuleyo question, like it's up to you, because as I myself, uNkulunkulu uwangiblessa because I'm not drinking and I'm not going out and it like angiphuma isikhathi esiningi, so ngispenda most of the time ngise plasini lami. So like lokho kuphuma enhlizweni yakho because kumele uzitshela, not saying ukuthi mawurana a farm or a business kumele uspende like the whole day on your farm, but then 2 hours or 3 hours, and then from there ungaphuma and then you enjoy life ngaphandle.
So is there money in farming? Can you actually make money from this?
Yes, there's a lot of money.
So just elaborate on that. Just give us more on that.
There's a lot of money. Hence, now si chalile. Let me start by on crops. Hence, now si chalile. Mang cheka ama expensive wami me ama seeds eswathengile. I spend more than 300. And then indawo esitshalile, it's big. So ngidimande imali edlula le ngithenga ngayo ama seeds. And then when it comes to kuma livestock like inkomo ziyathengiseka and zine profit. If business ukuthi uzithengise uphinde uthengise nawe.
So Edward, just looking ahead, what is your vision for Edward farming project in the next 5 years? Any big dreams or goals? Would you mind sharing that with us?
Ngifuna ukuzibona ngivale sonke ispace enginaso engeke ngasicounta manje ukuthi it's how many hectares, and then ngifuna ukubona bonke abantu uyilucha omdala babereka, not only ku community yami manje but then ikwamhlanga yonke ivuka ekseni beza emsebenzini cause yinto okosile thina siyenze as people, cause i-government ayikuthi imsebenzi abanayo, imsebenzi kosele i-create yithi so that i-government isize ukubhadala or ukupha whatever ezabe sinikeze wona sinikeze abantu.
So you have mentioned that the government once came to visit your farm.
Yes.
Are they helping you with anything?
Yes.
Like funding?
Yes. Actually, now I didn't apply for any funding because ngisafuna ukuzithomela. Now ingisupplya ngama seeds, ngama fertilize. They also come to access bazochecka ukuthi intshalo zami zikhula kanjani, and also like mangithoma ngi-expander, they come bazothatha umhlabathi wethu bayosichekela kuma lab wabo ukuthi singatshalani kuleyo ndawo.
Agriculture is a tough industry, but it also has its beautiful, rewarding moments. So can you tell us about a moment that you had on the farm that made you realize this is why you started out in this industry?
It's whereby ngathoma ukuhosta the program training ngihostela abantu abasha. The moment balapha injabulo bebanayo, and some of them ngilingana nabo, but then the way bebangirespecta ngakhona, and then the way sisebenze ngakhona, like quality injabulo enkulu kimi ukuthi no enyikwenzako angibenefiti ngingedwa, but then nabo baya benefit.
That is definitely one of those rewarding moments. So I feel you. Many young people struggle with taking the first step toward their dreams. What advice would you give someone who, like you, wants to start something but feels so overwhelmed by challenges because it can become frightening?
Engakusho kokuthoma ukuthi as ufuna ukustarta a farm or any business, ngithome ngumuntu oberegako osemsebenzini, angekhe walisa umsebenzi bese uthi ukwenza ifarm, but then bereka uloko ubusy ngefarm, cause whatever ufuna ukukuthoma aside kudinga imali. So the moment usebenza is the moment ukhona ukusave imali ukuthi ngapha kusebenzeke. And then kulabo abahlezi ekhaya ufuna ukuthoma a farm, please ungathi uzosave imali. Start a business so that your business ibe khona. If ever une 350 ungathi uzoyisave, because if ngingayisave and then during the month kuvele emergency enye ngizoyisebenzisa, but then ngiyabakhuthaza or ngiyabamotivate ukuthi you can buy something ngalo 350 uthengise, so that imali yakho ikhona ukuexpandeka, and then i-business yakho ikhona ukuqhubeka or your farm ikhona ukuqhubeka.
That's very encouraging, Edward. So share with us, what has the funniest moment been on the farm?
Yo, ukubona iy'tshalo zami zikhula every day, like mangifika ngiyajabula.
Okay, but we need the funny moments, like the laughable moments that happen on the farm.
Oh, ukulwela indaba holiday. Because labantu engisebenza nabo, they used to tell me ukuthi on Friday it's a holiday and then siyenza njani. Yabo. So like moment ke sabana, if any moment ike sabana.
As employees, we all try our luck to have a long weekend. So, Edward, how can our audience connect with you and support? Please drop all your social media handles, contact details, emails, you name it.
By the way, ngicela kibo bonke abantu aba-followa this page, if ever niba nama workshop or like ni hosta something about farm or any business, like guys ngicela ning-invite no matter kukuphi ngizofika. On Facebook I'm Edward Sphiwe Nkosi, and then inumber engiyisebenzisako for iWhatsApp it's 066 029 0466.
Okay, and on Instagram or TikTok?
Or ku TikTok ngiku @Eddy.
And Instagram?
Edward Sphiwe Nkosi.
And also to our audience, Edward has been nominated for the Big Up Awards as a business pioneer and future leader. Yeah. So to show Edward some extra support, as we are about community on this channel, please do go to his social media platforms to find out more information on that. Edward, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you on the show, and I know our audience is so excited to engage and have heard what you have said.
Thank you.
To our beautiful audience, thank you so much for joining in. Please don't forget to catch us on all social media platforms and on YouTube. I am Tashlin Lowe, and I cannot wait to see you on the next episode. Bye.